All right, welcome everybody to the very first episode of NestEgg. NestEgg is a unique video. We have gotten very positive responses whenever any of us have really sent out a video market update. And so we are also combining some of the attributes of our extremely popular podcast, DIY Money. And the three of us are going to come together. Well, three of us fairly regularly. Might be the two of you.
Most of the time, three.
Might be one or one. We'll figure it out. But we're going to come together and we're going to talk markets, we're going to talk economy, and we're going to talk about your questions. So what do they need to do, Logan? How do they send us a question?
All right, so you're going to send a question to nestegg@jewelfinancial.com. We'll get your questions, and at the end of kind of our episodes, we'll take those questions, we'll read them off, and then we'll answer those to the best of our ability.
At the end of the episode, or basically the whole episode?
Well, basically the whole episode.
It's going to be the concept of the episode, right, Daniel? So you're going to bring your CFP knowledge, and you're going to help folks navigate this crazy world we're in, right?
Yeah, I mean the world we're in.
The world we're in. The crazy world we're in right now.
I guess it's crazy.
So one of the things, real quick, before we wrap up, because this is going to be kind of how we're going to kick things around, we are rolling into the end of the year. Now, Logan and Daniel are going to do a special webinar on this, but we have a huge push, especially this year, for a lot of folks who can do Roth Conversions. Roth Conversions, we've talked about this before, but I still don't think people really understand what a Roth conversion is. Tell us what it is, Daniel.
Yeah, absolutely. So Roth Conversion, simply put, is when you're moving money from your tax-deferred retirement accounts, that'd be your traditional IRAs, 401ks, anything that you've got a tax deduction on when you put the money in is tax-deferred, into your Roth IRA, which is then tax-free. So you put it in, you pay taxes on whatever you're putting into the Roth, but then you're able to get that appreciation tax-free and make withdrawals tax-free in the future. The reason why this is such an excellent time to do it is with markets down, not just stock markets, but also bond markets, the value of those accounts, more than likely, everyone's account, are down here for the year. So by making that conversion now, you're actually making a nominal conversion of assets that are down, which will then appreciate in the future in that tax-free account hopefully back to market highs here in the future. And you'll have converted probably maybe the same dollar amount that you would have before, but because they're down, think about it in share counts. It'll take more shares to convert that same dollar amount, which will then appreciate in the future, making it a great time to do it.
It is a great time to do it. And again, we're going to be reaching out. We're going to be talking about this. Logan, you do a lot on the planning side, specifically with folks. What information are you going to be needing to gather? So somebody says, okay, is this good for me? And so they're going to reach out, or we're going to talk to them, and they're going to say, Logan, how do I figure out if this is right for me? What information are we going to need as a firm?
Yeah, essentially, I mean, what we're trying to do here is make sure you don't pay more taxes in the future, hopefully lower the amount of taxes that you have to pay in the future, and maybe even your heirs have to pay in the future. So what we really need right now is we need what you've currently made in income, especially if you're joint income. We need to know both of your incomes for the year, and any other income that you might have from other sources is basically the starting point.
So that allows us to basically know, okay, this is the theoretical tax bracket. We're not CPAs. We're not tax professionals. We do a lot of tax advising, and obviously Daniel is a certified financial planner. But what we will try to do is we will take the information that we gather, figure out what bracket someone's going to be in for the year. And the reason it's important now is it can't be done after the new year. So unlike contributions, you can't make a conversion after the end of the year. So once December 31st hits, it's over. There's no more to be done. So it's critical to do the planning before the end of the year, and everyone in this office would certainly like to make sure we do it certainly well before the end of the year. We can't do this at the last minute. To see then what tax bracket you're in, see how much can be converted, right, to determine, okay, we've got this much left in the tax bracket, or maybe even the next one, 10 to 12 or something along those lines. And then ultimately we make that conversion, kicks out a 1099 for taxable income. But as Daniel said, you get that amount now into the Roth, and as markets recover eventually in the future, that money's going to go and grow and it will be tax-free. And you threw in something that was really interesting, and I'm going to end on this note. You said for your heirs. A lot of people miss this. What did you mean by that, Logan?
Yeah, so a Roth conversion, it really is beneficial for you, but it could also be beneficial for your heirs or whoever inherits those funds. Because if you inherit funds in an IRA or a tax-deferred account, you have to take those funds out within 10 years. So, for instance, if you pass and you pass your money along to your children and they're in their prime earning years, they're going to be paying taxes at an extremely high bracket. But if you're able to move that money into a Roth, they won't have to pay taxes on that money as they're taking it out.
All right, one of the very small tidbits that you're going to see when we answer questions for folks on the Nest Egg. So thanks for tuning in. Look for more content in your inbox in the future. Make it a great day.